Welcome back to Just Daytona USA, down here from the Tebo concept in just going on racing. We don't able to go backwards and so forth like this anymore because we're always keeping on forward. That we're today, let's get ready for some sort of a humor crashes with some sort of 4-1 vehicle. Let's gonna be driving on this vehicle we don't use for our conveyors. It's just completely automatically on. So we have two drivers on the television spectate. Let's go for a drive for a first thing. 3 clicks until you just eventually using for just only one thing as well. Now you're on the Michael Waltrip side, and let's just gonna be seeing how this thing is going to be ruined just like this art. And just in case you'll be fired all the way, and then watch this vehicle, how this improvement of the damage will be not gonna be very so good. But look at this vehicle is probably that will completely going to be on fire. So if I just completely able to hit so hard, the vehicle just pops out extreme open damage as well. But if you see about this car, that currently that eventually ruined for this thing for this your entire life, that doesn't gonna be making things a little bit ruin ourselves, but you have to be careful yourselves to do this. Let's spawn a Generation 6 car, and we'll hit about to 0. Well, let's just completely doing it about this one. Let's choose the 2016 Ford. And we just going to give ourselves 3 to 4 clicks. I think we're gonna be using for the Chris Buescher. So let's just keep on going in our hands, and let's just get for a crash test with other kinds of vehicles. So if you're just gonna be hitting the wall, the vehicle could slightly rip off yourself as well. But things are just starting to get a little bit closely down, and watch the vehicle damage what is going on. And as you can see, the vehicle of total amount of damage, the vehicle almost going to be complete on fire, and that destroys the vehicle completely too much. Because as you can see, the results of the damage was pretty intensely violent. That one not gonna be seeing this out for just what I just completely saw. It was a total violence as well. So we're gonna be respawn the vehicle, and that results of the damage is finished. Now let's just do the 2020 things like it's something. The first thing that we're gonna be using another Chris Buescher as well, or some sort of a car bush existence as well. Since we're on a glitch, we're using some sort of a little bit like these things. But since the engine stock car sounds was pretty perfect indeed, the results of the violence was pretty inhabitable. So we're just gonna be respawn it back and change it to Chris Buescher as well. Find the perfect number, and we're gonna be ready for another thing is very possible as well. When it's number 17, I really don't know. But we absolutely switch into 41. Now we're just absolutely gonna be trying to stay all the way down. So this is the number 10, number 12 Ryan Bentley, for just one thing Ryan Blaney edition. So some sort of a little bit of this thing as well. So this is absolutely one-off thing that completely removed names. That must be Clint Boyer. So looks like we're gonna be ready for some sort of a crash test. Let's try to hit hard as fast as I could, and we'll be probably rethink this could be another quick video as well. Let's see the results of the another damage. Let's say if you can hit harder. But as you can see, the vehicle's damage won't be very enough. But not exactly is not lighter. It started to get a little bit heavy. But look how the front bumper it is. That's slightly almost ripped off, or fallen itself apart down as well. So before we go into the end of this video, let's get all the way around for Generation 5 cars with some sort of like these things as well. Let's spawn a Ford Fusion, and will not think, oh my dear, the Generation 7 just blasted off a waste. Oh dear, what a brutal damage of the vehicle for anything. Let's see how the car of tomorrow who's just gonna be trying to crash them down. Ouch! This is brutal. And the car has sets on fire. Oh my Celestia. God sweet on those burning on fuels. I won't not just gonna be trying to do this, I guess, in case the tank is going to be exploded as well. So we cannot able to just respawn at this on time as well. So looks like return to Generation 4 just to dodge as well. So we cannot completely able to spawn some sort of like these things. So we're gonna be used on a Ford, and I'm possibly that we're not gonna be doing this like I said. Let's just, oh dear, the back of the vehicle has been completely damaged. It looks like we're completely slowing down all the wheels. Respawn the car as fast as possible, and let's go for another testing. Since I'm gonna be using the number 21, we're gonna be trying to make things, of course, very brutal. So let's gonna be hitting more harder. That's a lot of brutal things, and especially on the back. I'm unable to hit so hard correctly because it's not properly correctly to do what is directly to get a right hit as well. So the acceleration has been slowed down. Unfortunately, the front bumper is more stronger than ever, or even exactly is more weaker. So we cannot able to spawn the car, I guess. That must be the end. We cannot use some sort of a missed cars as well, not using some sort of trucks. But anyways, that will be the end of this video, I guess. So if you're not gonna be, hope you enjoy for just only one thing. The crash of the vehicles from old cars wasn't going to be making for much sense. The current car has been deleted. Let's go for Xfinity Ford as well, even for our modern like these things as well. Let's go for our 2015 Ford like the Mustang over here that I just eventually seen about for the Cars 3 reference. So let's change those schemes and get ready for some sort of an Aerobrine crash. So I hopefully that doesn't gonna be making towards like much any more sense to do this. Well, it looks like we just flipped over and we have another brutal damage. Almost a brutal damage as well. And it's not gonna be on fire for this thing as well. So let's just going for Ford, the 2011 side. This is absolutely for the old-fashioned Mustang from the early 2010s. But let's be prepared with you to get for ourselves to do for a brutal crash test. That must be a front flip, and that must be another brutal crash. The engine just popped out all over here and exploded out of this thing. Of the front hood is all gone, and looks like probably, and that was some sort of a more violence of the vehicle, some sort of, without using a Car of Tomorrow wing. Let's check out the Generation 7 as well, since the car has just brutally crashed. That Kalowski move into some sort of a numbers as well. Eventually the server is becoming more slower than ever, and it won't be gonna be a lot more to do this. but I'm pretty sure that we're going to be trying to use the number 15 as well. The number 17, let's get to be hit around for the slow motion. As soon as this vehicle got a lot of damage of this car of tomorrow vehicle, the vehicle exploded on fire, and the entire body has exploded all the wheels down. And looks like we still have the body, we have survived, and against a little bit of one ourselves. And so the vehicle is on fire that the engine caused. But looks like it's finally the end of this video against some sort of a little bit of futurism as well. So that is all that we are here for this video. Another car has coming throughout there. Another brutal damage we have just seen already. So if you like of today's video about test car crashing videos as well, that's since Car Crushes 2 that I just eventually did, leave a like and subscribe. The cars are just lit on fire after they crash so brutally that Which Will Be Turbo Concept is signing off right now as well. And it's been over 15 minutes of this video that I just test the car crashes itself at once. And I'll see you NASCAR fans all later, that I'll be signing off at this moment. And then don't forget in next time that before the update comes to just Daytona and PMU Talladega, we might able to get ourselves for a review, and the damaged cars will be going to be completely upset. And the next video will be returning back into the Piston Cup 14 itself for just one thing. I'll be see you NASCAR fans next time anyways.